Welcome to Love for Life, the podcast for couples who want more than just to survive marriage, parenting, and life in general. We're here to help you build a relationship that lasts and a life that you actually love living.
We're Nicole and Ben Farrow, partners in life, in parenting, and in figuring all this out alongside you. Nicole is a relationship coach and author, and I'm the husband with way too much to say and a lot of first-hand experience.
Here we have the real conversations couples need to have about intimacy, conflict, kids, work, pressure, pleasure, and everything else in between, so you can stay connected and healthy throughout.
No fluff, no filters, just straight talking insights, relatable stories, and tools that actually work from a couple in the thick of it, just like you.
This is about having a love for life, for your partner, your family, and the life that you're creating together. So let's get into it.
We're on. Camera 1, camera 2. Camera 1, camera 2.
Are you having fun there?
I'm having great fun.
Well, I'm glad, given how long it's taken you to set it all up.
Yes, it's taken a while.
So we're now coming to you with video.
Indeed.
Big development.
Some teething issues. We'll get there.
Yeah. So you can now catch us on YouTube as well.
Yep.
Exciting.
More platforms for people to follow us on.
Exciting stuff.
And everyone gets to see my dodgy haircuts.
Yeah. I'm not looking that dodgy. But now I'm actually going to have to make more of an effort to record the podcast. So this week's episode has been inspired by the fact that we are now having to sleep in separate rooms.
Yes.
Which, do you know there's actually a name for it? It's called sleep divorce.
Okay. I thought it was just cock block.
No, that's children. No, sleep divorce is when you decide that your marriage would be better off if you slept separately.
I can't imagine. Well, yeah, obviously I know there is a statistic a lot of people do sleep separately, but I don't think anyone could say it's like they want to do it. I think it's more often than not, it just, like for us, the reason I'm in a separate bed is not because I didn't put the toilet seat down or
That's not the reason people don't sleep together.
we don't know. It's because of my inability to seem to shift a cold and my consistent snoring.
Yeah, so your snoring's been an issue throughout our entire relationship and something you have struggled with before we got together. However, when you are ill, it is horrendous.
It's a lot worse, isn't it?
It's bad enough when you're not ill. Generally,
Genuinely?
no, generally it works as long as I fall asleep first. The problem occurs when I haven't fallen asleep first or you're ill. So for, what's it been now? A month?
Yeah, it's got to be about a month, isn't it?
You've been sleeping in the spare room?
Which, I mean, it has its pros and cons.
Yeah.
Downside is we don't get like struggle cuddles.
Is that what we're calling it?
Coitus. But I do get a bed to myself without someone stealing the covers and without getting smacked in the face because I've woken someone else up snoring.
I didn't smack you in the face. Occasionally I've smacked you in the face.
Occasionally you have done.
Okay. So, and from my perspective, my watch is actually pinging up now saying, you've had a full 8 hours sleep. You've actually slept a full night.
Gotta love technology.
Which has been amazing. Yeah, because I do sleep with my Apple Watch, mainly because then my alarm goes off by vibrating on my wrist and not this horrendous noise, which then puts me in a bad mood for the rest of the day. So, yeah, I sleep with my watch and it tells me that I have actually been getting so much more sleep since you've been in the spare room. So whether you're ever coming back to our bedroom is in question.
Touch and go.
Definitely. But, you know, we laugh about this, but the importance of sleep cannot be understated. And I think we all know that, but how much do we actually know that? So it prompted me to find a very, very, very interesting TED Talk, which is like one of the top TED Talks of like all time, which was Matt Walker's TED Talk. If you haven't seen it, it's called Sleep is Your Superpower. We'll link it in the show notes. It's phenomenal. It's only 20 minutes. I watched it while I was cooking dinner. It's scary and brilliant. So some of the impacts, we all know that we don't make good decisions when we're sleep deprived. We all know it makes us cranky. We all know that, like, you know, it's good for our immune system. But I wasn't aware to the extent of the damage that's done when we don't have a good night's sleep. So for the reproductive system, we'll start there. Men who routinely get 4 to 5 hours a night have testosterone levels of someone 10 years older than them. For women, the sleep loss causes the equivalent in reproductive impairments. So it's the same problem for women. Apparently, men's testicles are smaller if you have less sleep. So if you're actually trying to conceive or have a baby, then you really need to be getting good sleep.
Can you imagine who the person is that went, you know what, we need to check if someone's not getting sleep, we need to check their nuts. The amount of times I hear like doctors are, oh, I've got to check this, I'm going to have to stick a finger up your ass. Oh, I'm going to
How
check
many
this.
times do you hear that?
Like pull your trousers down and cough. Like that's what they used to do, wasn't it? They used to do the test of, I can't remember what it was, but it was like they'd hold the bollocks and they'd go, right, now cough 2 times. It's mainly when they went into the army. The amount of times people have to have their bollocks touched to make sure that their bodily health is okay. Who come up with that? Same person that come out milking a cow, weren't they?
I don't know. Feel free to look that up though and tell us in the next episode. Your tangents amaze me. Right. On top of that, okay, learning and memory. Okay, after one night, just one night of sleep deprivation, your brain's ability to make new memory drops by how much?
Can't remember.
Go on, guess.
I don't know. 30%?
40%.
Oh, wasn't too far.
But 40% after one night.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty steep.
Really steep. You think of those poor sleep deprived parents like us.
Could have just gone to the pub.
Oh my goodness. That's like having early stage Alzheimer's. And it has also been linked to Alzheimer's. Yeah, lack of sleep. Yeah. So parents trying to remember in the early days, like I used to really struggle. Which breast did I feed off last? Like couldn't remember. It was only 2 to 4 hours ago. Can't remember. That's why.
Ben, which one's bigger?
We're back to sizing up. There's a bit of a running theme here.
Now, please cough.
Yeah. So, it's a huge problem. You imagine trying to function at work or trying to function as a parent when you're working with 40% less capacity, basically. Huge. So the other risks are, and possibly the most shocking, okay, if you weren't worried about having small nuts and 40% less memory, right? One single night of 4 hours sleep, again, causes our natural killer cells that kill off cancer and flu and like our immune system cells. How much do you reckon they drop off?
God only knows.
One night.
In one night. 65%.
You've been reading these.
Have I got that right?
No, it's 70%, but you're pretty close on both. I thought that was shocking. So you can't fight viruses, infections, cancer because...
Probably why I've been so ill lately.
Quite
Because I've
possibly.
not been sleeping right.
Yeah.
And it's sort of a knock-on effect.
Well, you think about it, like parents often say, like, I'm constantly sick and they assume it's because of the children, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's because of your immune system and lack of sleep. Because let's be honest as well, there's this bit of a kind of myth that, oh, it's only in the baby stages that you're getting lack of sleep. No, it's not. Our 3-year-old still comes through. In fact, the reason I've been getting 8 hours is because I've just been picking her up and taking her through when I go to bed to save her coming in halfway through the night and disturbing me, which is a complete cheat.
Which again stops me from getting in the bed because there's no way I'm going to be allowed back in because she'll be like, the fuck are you doing on my side of the bed?
I mean, she doesn't swear. She's 3, but yeah.
But I get the look. She could swear with a look.
Yeah.
She's
Looks
like,
could kill. You'd die every morning.
Yeah, I would. She is not a morning person.
Love her. Yeah. So it's a huge, huge problem. And it's actually to the point where the World Health Organization classifies night shift work as probable causes for cancer because of sleep disruption.
Wow, there is a lot of claims about to come in after this episode.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it turns your genes for promoting tumours and chronic inflammation on, and your immune system genes for protecting your immune system against infections off.
Jesus,
Yeah.
that's scary.
And that's based on 1 week of sleeping 6 hours per night. That was a study that was done. So that's 6 hours. That's not even like the extreme of 4 hours.
I think I need to sleep more.
I mean, we all do, to be honest. Sleeping less than 7 hours a night increases your risk of heart attacks and strokes. And this I found really interesting, which is why we're also doing this episode now, is because the clocks have just gone back, right? When clocks go forward in the spring and we all lose an hour, there is a 24% increase in heart attacks the very next day. And the same is true of when the clocks fall back. So what's just happened, heart attacks decrease the very next day by 15 to 19%.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. It's amazing, isn't it?
That is crazy. I mean, I know that obviously
I'm really excited about the stats.
people need, you are back stat queen is back. Yeah, I know that people obviously get a lot more stressed and they struggle a lot more in the winter months because of the darkness. But yeah, that's a hell of a lot, a hell of a high amount just for an hour's worth of daylight, ultimately.
Yeah, but you need to have minimum 7 hours.
I thought you were going to say inches then.
Stop it. Your mind's in the gutter today.
So bad.
Yeah, 7 hours sleep, because sleeping less than 5 hours per night gives you a 12% higher risk of death from any cause. Not just feeling tired, actually shortens your lifespan.
Blimey.
By 12%. So basically, the TED Talk, I mean, he delivers it brilliantly. He's actually quite funny as well. So it's worth watching the TED Talk. I know I've given you like the big juicy stats, so there probably won't be quite so many surprises, but still well worth a watch because of the way he delivers it. But basically, he's saying sleep is a non-negotiable biological necessity. It's not simply like, good for your well-being or a nice to have. It's and people say I can survive on 4 or 5 hours, like I'm a machine.
The crackheads are still like, they live so long because they just get smacked up and then fall asleep and get a good solid 8 hours.
I have no idea, Ben, but good for them. Point being is that the reality is not many of us. I don't know a single person. I don't know if you can say that you do. I don't know a single person in like the work that I do professionally. Obviously, a lot of my clients are going through big transitions. Sleep, they can feel quite stressed, which obviously can impact sleep. But even if I think about friends and family, I don't know anyone who says I sleep really well or doesn't tell me that they're tired. Do you?
No, and it's the one thing you can't ever get back.
Yeah.
You can't make up sleep and go, oh, I'm just going to sleep more, because once it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah. You can't really make up sleep.
No, you can't make up that time. I know that my sleep patterns are so far out. To be fair to me, it's not just a case of a snore. I've got to be checked out because my dad's got sleep apnea, which is a massive, massive problem, which sort of has got a bit more prevalent now with environmental changes and more stress. And
for anyone who doesn't know, can you explain sleep apnea?
So from my understanding of it, sleep apnea is when your body, you don't get the proper amount of sleep, or you can have snoring's a big part of it, but it's basically broken sleep and partly to do with anxiety and a few other factors. Some people stop breathing when they're sleeping, which is that falling feeling you get when you're asleep, and then all of a sudden you feel like you've jolted awake. I've been told your body basically jolting you to make you wake up because you've stopped breathing. So I believe my dad he got tested, they went and stayed at a sleep clinic, and they actually come into him on one of the times where he stopped breathing to wake him up themselves, because they was like, this is getting borderline dangerous. But he stopped breathing 54 times in a night. That's what they counted. So, and then of course, when you do that, your body then goes, need air, need air, need air. So
oh God.
Yeah.
I've got post-traumatic stress. Like just hearing that down the headphones is like, you're never coming back to the bedroom.
Sound like a Browning machine gun.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I'm getting checked out for that now as well. But there's various things as well, like people's tonsils can cause issues. As we've spoken about on multiple times, my pretty little nose causes part of it as well. So I've tried the little nasal strip things to open my nose up and all sorts of throat spray. All of it's just snake oil. I think it helps to a very, very small point. But yeah, all snake oil.
Yeah. So
back to the episode.
The problem is, the problem is as you say, sleep apnea is becoming more of a thing. We are more stressed, more anxious. We have more things to worry about. We're sitting on our phones before bed, watching the news and getting stressed about that or whatever. Or talking to ChatGPT, which is the latest one I keep hearing from people. It's like, just was sat up till way too late talking to ChatGPT.
It's just you.
No, it's not me. I've stopped doing that. I'm on to Claude.
Context.
So, but no, I have heard a few people say that. So, but it's that kids waking you up, it's work stress, it's being connected, it's having your phone by the bed, all of those things. But if you do the math and you have 2 sleep deprived people with high stress, no downtime, needless to say,
recipe for disaster.
It is a recipe for disaster. And I would even go as far to say as I think that is a huge contributing factor to why relationships are struggling and why it is much harder now than it was maybe previously. Sleep deprivation increases anxiety by, if you had to guess. I was going to tell you, but I'm going to stop myself.
Sleep deprivation increases anxiety.
Yeah.
It's going to be massive. It's going to be like 80%.
No, 30%. But still, I think that's fairly high. It also increases, obviously, depression.
Well, sleep deprivation is what the SAS use to train their soldiers.
And it's used as a form of torture.
Yes, sleep deprivation is a form of torture.
It is.
And if you...
Ask any parent.
Yeah. And depending on how much lack of sleep you've got, it's like driving a car when you're sleep deprived, it's almost as bad, if not worse, as driving drunk. Good old Mythbusters. Brilliant program.
But this is it. But it also, I think, particularly within a couple, you have got those parents who are down that end where, you've got small children or babies or whatever. And as I said, it is a total myth that it starts with babies. It doesn't. I think our 7-year-old stopped coming through like a year or so ago. But up until that, infrequently, sporadically, he was still coming through. Yeah. Or they go through this stage where they have nightmares. That was like last year. And I was like, it was constant. And then you speak to his, friends' parents and they're all having the same thing. So you get different sort of developmental things that affect their sleep as well, that then impact you. So you think, oh God, I'm out of the woods. And then
Can't you look at myself in the camera and I look like I'm falling asleep anyway.
I might borrow you. Literally, like one would sleep through and the other one wouldn't. So you've got all that going on. But you've also got, perimenopause affects sleep as well. There's so many different things. And the problem is if one of you's not getting good sleep and the other one is sleeping through, and particularly if, in our case, one of you is causing the other person not to sleep, the resentment and the irritability and the withdrawal and the decreased empathy and compassion and connection is really real. And, take away the health issues, the relationship issues that are caused through lack of sleep are, massive. And I think really underlying quite a lot of the ongoing issues that couples are having at the moment today.
I think I asked you near enough every morning how you slept. I mean, I still do. And
like a dream.
The amount of times that you go, or you ask me, you go, like, how did you sleep last night? And I go, yeah, not too bad. And you go, I had a terrible night's sleep. You were so loud. And I'm like, fuck.
I think
go to the toilet.
I think actually how it would roll was, and how did you sleep? I slept all right. Yeah, no, I know you did, because I heard you snoring all night.
That line, yes, I know. I could tell you did.
I mean, yeah, but boot on the other foot. If you weren't able to sleep because of me, after a while, you would feel resentful towards me as well, I'm sure.
If you did something and then I was like, well, that's fucking nice. See you later.
It's hard. It's hard going. It does really impact. So the question is, now you've made everyone depressed and miserable about the fact that they're going, oh God, none of us get any sleep. What do we do about it? How do you get good sleep?
Set a wind down time, leaving tech out of, like, not watching the telly or your phone or your tablet or your computer, probably an hour before you want to go to bed?
Yeah, no screens, 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Blue light tells your brain it's daytime. Parents scrolling on phones after... What?
It's daytime.
Oh my God. Daytime. Do you remember that? Oh, what was that program called?
Walk on the Wild Side.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
I love that program.
Alan.
Oh no, it's Steve. Oh my God. Do they still do that?
Not sure. It's BBC, wasn't it?
It was BBC. Do you know, I never saw it. Not that you ever saw the TV guide anymore. But it was always one of those things that you'd just be flicking through and you'd find it and you'd be like, oh, and then you'd just
like
stop
Eurotrash.
And watch. God, no, we're not going down the Eurotrash route. We're just, for this episode, we're going to steer clear of your smut, thank you. So, yeah, if anyone remembers the bird, I can't remember what bird it was. It was like quite a tall black.
Yeah, it's black and white thing in it, and it's got its wings tucked around on its head, and it pops its head in and out.
Yeah. And it would be like, when it popped his head out, go daytime, and then it put his head under and go nighttime, daytime. Oh God.
Anyway, you're gone on a tangent this time.
Oh, I need to find that. Right. So, point being, blue light tells your brain that it's daytime, not nighttime, and therefore it wakes you back up. And oh my gosh, I did that to myself the other night. Even though I tell people all the time not to do it, I went on TikTok before sleep and in bed doom scrolled, and there's that viral Four Non-Blondes. I love that song. It's one of my sister's favorite song, from the 90s. Is it called What's Up? Something like that. And then they've mixed it with I can't remember what the person is now, but with this rapper, and then I went to bed and I couldn't sleep because of this stupid song going round and round in my head. Anyway, so no screens. You're better to read a book or talk to your partner or journal, but just no screens.
No caffeine?
Yes, caffeine is on the list.
So no tea, no coffee, alcohol?
Alcohol, caffeine, all no-nos.
No vigorous exercise, I'd imagine, something like that?
Nope.
No? Okay. Not sure.
Okay, so the first one is regularity. So having the same bedtime and same wake-up time every single day, weekends too. This is the number one thing for improving your quality of sleep and the quantity. Yeah. You're supposed to maintain the schedule, maintain the circadian rhythm. Well, thank you for it.
Fair enough.
The other thing, which I would struggle with, is your body needs to drop its core temperature to initiate sleep. So the optimal temperature is 18 degrees. So the idea is like crack a window or get a fan. Yeah, I am freezing most of the time, and I put my heated blanket on.
We've got the heated blanket that's like you can have individual sides, and I get into bed and my side's nice and cold, and then I roll over to Nicole. Well, this is when I used to be allowed.
I was going to say you don't anymore, but yeah.
Yeah, roll over to Nicole, and it's like, Jesus, it's so hot on your side of the bed.
Yeah,
you sat there like.
but you know that would stop me from hogging the duvet. Anyway, little lady loves it. So So yeah, you're supposed to drop the temperature. And the other one, which is also environmental, is blackout curtains. They are
absolutely not necessary where we live. We live out in the countryside. When we first moved here, well, you still have a nightlight, but when we first moved here, you woke up in the middle of the night, didn't you? Could hear the owls and was like,
I can't see my hand in front of my face.
I can't see anything.
I'd been a city girl for a while. It was a bit of a shock.
Oh, I was so excited. Stars are amazing.
They are amazing, but it is pitch black. So yeah, we don't have that problem. But if you do have that problem, then blackout curtains.
It really makes it show as well.
They shouldn't be optional, especially for kids. Even small amounts of light can disrupt sleep, and LED lights in your bedroom as well.
Not for me.
Yeah.
To be fair, I can sleep in daylight.
I can't.
Just throw an arm over my eyes. Done.
Yeah. And then if you are a parent, the other sort of advice I'd say is to alternate nights of alternate nights of who's handling wake ups, which is easier said than done, particularly if people are working, depending on whether you're breastfeeding. I think these are all kind of nice to haves, but it really does depend. What?
Alternate nights having the kids. And then you said, and then rolled up with, so then if you're breastfeeding, I think I've just got this image of a bloke being like, come on.
No, come on. Like, it's not as easy to implement as that. And also, my frustration was that you didn't wake up to the kids. Men don't wake up to the children. Men wake up to noises outside. Women wake up to children. It's biologically imprinted in us. It can't be helped. If you can share night duties, great, especially as they get older. And the other thing is to consider a sleep divorce if it's, I highly recommend it if it's really getting to you bad.
Right. Bloody hell. Chill out. I am here.
I mean, there are some other things to consider. So obviously, if there is a problem like what Ben's got, sleep apnea or snoring, then go and get that checked out and wait a long time to get a referral in the NHS. But hey, you can go and get checked out for that. In Scandinavia, they have the same bed but separate duvets. So that would deal with the temperature difference and the hogging the duvet issue. Some people have also suggested splitting a king mattress to 2 twin XLs, so you're side by side, but you can have your own firmness and you can have your own space. And even if you are sleep divorced, as we now are, you can still do a bedtime routine together. Cuddle, sex before bed, even if you have to sleep separately. Not saying that's what we're doing.
Which is hilarious. I feel like a concubine, like come up to the bedroom. I'm like, lay down, have my bit. I'm like,
I'm done with you now. Off you go.
I shuffle back off downstairs in my cupboard.
It's become we've kind of stepped back a few centuries, really, haven't we? Maybe not even centuries. So they are. Maybe they had it right, our ancestors. We need to bring it back. Sleep divorce. But seriously, if you are suffering, you should go and see a doctor and you should get some proper medical advice, not just what we're saying on the podcast.
Yeah, it's not just that. It's what suits you, isn't it? And if for me, I felt very guilty with you not getting sleep.
Did you?
Yes.
I feel like it didn't really, nothing happened until I absolutely whooped your ass one morning about it.
I I do, and I did feel guilty that you wasn't getting a decent quality of sleep. Selfishly, because you was a miserable bitch. But other than that, I wanted to make sure you was happy and healthy.
You don't want me to die,
No,
or have a stroke or a heart attack.
and I want to get my
or-
leg over.
Yeah, cheers, Ben. Yeah, you don't want me to, to have 40% less memory.
I don't remember that much.
Yeah, I do. Usually.
I think that's probably why I've got such bad memory.
Because you have such bad sleep.
Because I have such bad sleep.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So, maybe.
I think that would be really interesting, actually. We could actually give people real life as to, once it all comes through, have me referral and see what happens and what I can do, what the improvements are. And if I get improvements to my memory, I'll be ecstatic.
Well, we will keep you posted.
Yes. We hope you enjoyed this little episode of our new super duper camera setup.
Oh, gosh. I hope that wears off by the next episode.
Oh, no, it won't. It'll be great.
For those who are listening on audio as well, they're going to be like, what the fuck is he going on?
This is why I'm so happy today. This is great fun. We hope you enjoyed the episode, and we will see you all again next week.